We are still keeping a close eye on now Hurricane Joaquin. It became a major hurricane, meaning it achieved that Category 3 status yesterday. It is still continuing to drift towards the central Bahamas. It is expected to intensify before it starts to lift northward, and that's where the uncertainty comes as to what we could be seeing here in north central West Virginia. And on a day like today, where everything just seems to be perfect, at least in the weather department, I like to call these kind of days Mary Poppins days because they're practically perfect in every single way. Otherwise, that storm system really is taking shape across now the eastern third of the United States. It was in the Midwest yesterday, bringing blizzard conditions and also severe weather. None of that to worry about for us here in north central West Virginia, as the storm really has lost its punch. But as the kiddos head off to school this morning, they're going to need all the winter accessories, and also, as my grade school principal used to say, make sure all those coats are zipped, snapped, belted, buckled, and tied. It's going to be a cold day from start to finish. We have a traffic alert for you. This is in Harrison County, following a fiery accident early on this morning along Brushy Fork Road near Anmore. This morning was a single vehicle accident. The roadway is still blocked. Responders are still on the scene. We're working to get more information, and we'll let you know once that roadway does reopen. But then as we go throughout the overnight hours, temperatures are going to be plummeting as some of the coldest air that we have seen in quite a little while is going to begin to work its way in. So with any leftover showers, there is going to be the threat that's going to change over to snow. In fact, towards midnight, we are picking up on our futurecast a few light snow showers around our mountainous locations. Even flurries will be possible around the lowlands, but we really aren't anticipating much of an accumulation as we go through the rest of the overnight. But our biggest concern tomorrow morning is going to be for some slick spots on the roadways, especially into the mountains. But then there is another dry day next Thursday.
Yeah, all the way next Thursday, but you know, things could change a little bit here and there.
Absolutely, that's what you always have to think about, especially with the 7-day forecast. Things can change. We could be taking rain away, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, all of that fun math.
And now, your first alert Storm Center forecast.
Good Thursday morning. I'm meteorologist Jill Szwed. It only took 3 days for us to see snow during the month of December, and it's almost like we're living in a snow globe. Early on this morning, we'll take a look in Buchanan. This is our first alert sky cam at Buchanan Toyota. A few light snow showers and flurries are starting to push their way back into Upshur County, and we actually received some reports through the overnight of some light snow falling in other portions of Upshur County. And the snow arrived shortly after midnight for many spots to the east of I-79. We are still left with a few flurries across much of our viewing area, picking up though on some more organized light snow into portions of Lewis County this hour. We'll zoom in for a little bit of a closer look, as there may even be a little bit of sleet mixing in near Weston this morning. That activity is going to continue to slide along US 33 towards Buchanan this morning. Also picking up on another cluster of light snow near Lost Creek in southern Harrison County. Otherwise, with the snow this morning is also coming some colder air as we are beginning the day in the 30s across north central West Virginia, with the exception of Davis and Oakland, Maryland, where you're seeing the low to even mid-20s this hour. 31 right now for Kingwood. Meanwhile, around the lowlands, for the most part, you're just above the freezing mark this morning. We are seeing 38 still, though, in Sutton. And all of this activity is going to start to die down as we go throughout the day. That cold front that brought us the rain over the past couple of days continues to push offshore. There's still a little bit of moisture on the backside, so that's why we are seeing those light snow showers at least starting off this morning. That's going to begin to push away as high pressure is building across Missouri. It's going to be moving closer to this Tennessee and eventually the Ohio River valleys. That's good news for us here in north central West Virginia, as we will be clearing out those flurries during the first half of the day. Now, in a couple of spots, so you're seeing a dusting early on this morning. We're really not anticipating much more of an accumulation as we go throughout the rest of the day. Even through this afternoon, there may be some stray flurries into portions of Tucker and Preston County. Otherwise, expect a lot of what you saw yesterday afternoon, clouds with a few breaks for sunshine. And then as we go overnight, we are going to continue to see that dry air working its way in. So we'll eat away at some of that cloud cover. We'll go partly cloudy by late night, and we'll continue to quickly clear out those clouds throughout the day on Friday. That's also going to help our temperatures to warm up as we at a more seasonal level tomorrow. And if you're thinking about doing some holiday decorating, it looks like this weekend looks to be good if you missed out on the opportunity last weekend, as we will be seeing our high temperatures returning to the 50s, plenty of sunshine too. Into the morning will be a tad chilly as we'll be starting off near 30 degrees, but certainly well into the afternoon. Nice days to be out there on the roof if you are stringing some Christmas lights later on this weekend. But overall today it is going to be a cold one, and it's going to last for a day. A high of 40 degrees here in Clarksburg with a few sprinkles or flurries around this morning. Otherwise just limited sunshine for the rest of the day. To the west of I-79 you'll be seeing your high temperatures reaching the lower 40s. Meanwhile, further to the east, 30s, 34 in Davis, 39 for Philippi and even Morgantown later on this afternoon. Then overnight, we continue to clear our skies out, so it will be partly cloudy by this time tomorrow morning, with our lows yet again back into the 20s. Then we'll be on our way to about 50 degrees tomorrow afternoon, with mostly sunny skies by late day. Keep that sunshine in the forecast for the upcoming weekend too, as we'll jump back to 56 on Saturday, closer to 60 by Sunday morning, and even into Monday it will remain mild. However, we will begin to see a few more clouds moving in as I'm watching a storm system that likely is going to be passing by to our south. Doesn't look, at least at this time, to bring us a good deal of rain. However, we will be seeing a few more clouds and also some cooler temperatures by the middle of next week. Now, here's your Daybreak IQ question of the day. According to Greek mythology, what was the only spirit that remained in Pandora's box? And the answer is hope. So really high in a number of locations early on this morning. So the wind is coming in right now at 28 miles per hour. You're over the speed limit in some residential neighborhoods right now in Philippi, even into Grafton and Fairmont. Meanwhile, the wind is a little bit lighter in the University City as it's coming in at 7 miles per hour. But what's making it worse is still the strong wind gusts that we're seeing in a number of locations this morning. The gusts right now coming in at 32 miles per hour in Clarksburg, 24 over into Elkins. But over the weekend, the big story is going to be the potential to break, if not shatter, record high temperatures across the area. Today, our record's a bit out of reach here in Clarksburg as we'll climb to 60 degrees, well into the 60s tomorrow, and even on Sunday, where we're forecasting a high in the lower 70s. In Clarksburg, our record high on Sunday is only 65 degrees, and that's been in place for nearly 80 years. So certainly be keeping an eye on the mercury as we go throughout the weekend.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, if you're heading out the door this morning, it is a bit chilly out there, but things are clearing up, and Jill actually has a really gorgeous sight to show us.
Right, exactly. We're seeing the sun starting to wake up a little bit too, but the moon hasn't gone to bed just yet. You can see the sliver of the moon right now as we're overlooking the hills in Clarksburg. This is our